One of the biggest half truths or misnomers that's being spread around the African American community is that Africans sold other Africans into slavery, and that was the main mode of operation. So there's a lot of African Americans that have a lot of animosity towards other African countries, Africa as a whole, because they feel betrayed by betrayed by the people that's supposed to be their brothers and sisters, and they felt like, well, you guys sold us. You didn't want us. You guys, look what y'all did to us. Why should we care about you? Why should we be a part of you? How are we the same when you sold us? But in fact, that's not what happened. The transatlantic slave trade was controlled and operated by Europeans and Arabs. The European slave trade was a spinoff from the Arab slave trade. It was back to back. It was Arabs. It was the Arab adjacent individuals within Africa. It was the Arabs. There were Arabs in North Africa. They had already conquered portions of North Africa, and you got to remember, a lot of North Africa is still West Africa. All right, a lot of North Africa is still West Africa, and those guys are the ones who financed, raided, and captured Black Africans in concert with Europeans to put us in a transatlantic slave trade. It was the Muslim Caliphate from on one side, and it was a European Christian on the other side, smashing us together, and both of them reaping the benefits from.
They lied to y'all. Chattel slavery didn't have shit to do with Africans selling Africans. Although that shit did happen, it had nothing to do with what white people chose to do with black bodies once they had possession of them. It also minimizes and discounts the actual kidnapping of Africans that took place in West Africa with people like Oluda Equiano that actually took place in much higher quantities. The idea that African slavery was consensual is weird. It negates the slavery that went on thousands of years prior to the transatlantic slave trade. It undermines and it minimizes the slavery that still continues in parts of Africa to this day. And it undermines the people that are interconnected financially and globally to the economics of human trafficking and slavery. Like, if y'all can understand Epstein files and the complexities of that and how many hands are in it, then you can understand that transcontinental slavery was not a singular thing targeted at one group. It was economically and financially driven by Europeans who had the upper hand and were the controllers of the system. Not to be confused with the Arab slave trade, which was the East African slave trade and the trans-Saharan slave trade from east to west. Transcontinental, I also find it disingenuous that people skip over the role of Christianity and Islam in the trafficking of Africans, in the so-called selling of Africans by Africans, because it's 3,000 different cultures. These were not even the same groups of African people. Just like not all Europeans participated in chattel slavery, just like the Russians didn't directly participate in chattel slavery, neither did the